I appreciate you. I'd say like Kobe, he was such a huge inspiration. I mean, growing up in Los Angeles, I didn't have a father, that I had knew at the moment. So growing up, I had always looked at somebody to, for that leadership and for that role to, to figure out what I want to do in my sport, to see, just that someone to follow. I didn't have no one to follow. I grew up around gangs and stuff, and Kobe was the first person I idolized, and the only person I've ever idolized. I know God says not to idolize people, but he was more to me than that. Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna continue to. At the end of the day, like I said, for people like me coming from where I come from, he was more than just a basketball player. Yeah. What? Not at all. At the end of the day, I feel like, it's two great defenses. I feel like they've done a lot this year and turned their whole team around. So they're going to be talked about. They should be talked about. They should be celebrated at the end of the day. Anytime you go from not being in the playoffs one year to having this losing record, I believe they won 4 games last year, to turning your whole team around and have one of the best records, if not the best record, and then, one of the best teams as far as you go across the stat books, in the whole NFL. So I just hats off to the Shanahan over there. He's done an excellent job with his team and, turning around the dynamics of that football team. Man, me and Draymond, we've been tight friends since college. I know he went to Michigan State. I went to Michigan. Bitter rivals. But at the end of the day, the friendships come before all of that. And we developed a close friendship early on in college. He assumed that big brother role, and just was showing me the ropes. I didn't understand. I was a trouble kid, getting in a lot of stuff, and then he stepped in and kind of filled in that role, as one of the guys who, was kind of mentoring me, and just showing me the right way to do things. And, I just hats off to him, man. He's always been there, and, my whole career just supported me through the ups and the downs, and never left my side, and I always thank him for that, I think, it started with a few fights first. I'm going to be honest. We had to fight a little bit before we got close, but eventually, of course, we put the college stuff to the side. I still get on them, from time to time. Michigan's kind of better than Michigan State right now in basketball and football. So, I give them a lot of stuff. But, it's all love at the end of the day. That's my brother. Yeah, I mean, now I feel 100% better. I'm going to feel even better even Sunday. It's just a process. At the end of the day, I start off, the season, and I got all this stuff going on. I got a pinched nerve. It starts, with a stinger. The next thing I know, I keep getting hit, and I do more stuff. And next thing you know, you have a pinched nerve. And, it just shocked me at first because I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? It just, my arm, it'd be times where, I take a hit or I get hit in the wrong part of my head. And then next thing I know, my arm will go numb, and I'm feeling this fire feeling getting shot through my arm. And, at the time, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do, but, thanks to my training staff, Rick Buckholzer, and his team and the medical staff, they put together a plan for me. I went and got some second opinions and stuff. I had a lot of people tell me I shouldn't even play football for the rest of the season. But I had a great, like I said, man, Rick Buckholzer. I can't say his name enough. I trusted his staff fully, and they got me back to playing shape. And I took those 2 weeks off, and I came back stronger than ever and was able to finish the season out. Yeah, I heard in the preseason, so I was hurt all through preseason and stuff, and I was trying to fight through it, and, not knowing that I had a pinched nerve. I had never had that before. So I just thought, my neck was a little sore. I thought my arm was just a little sore. Then, it'd come time and time, I'd take a shot. If a lot of people didn't notice, I'd take a shot and leave the game and, try to figure out what was wrong, and it'd just be this fireball feeling going through my arm or whatever. But, got it figured out, thank God, and, got me on the right stuff, and, I started recovering well. Pardon me? I think it was during practice, man. It was during practice. You know, like I said, when you out there, you know, you don't think about it sometimes. You know, and I'm out there, I'm running into guys. I'm constantly trying to prove a point. You know, I'm just getting in there in Chiefs camp. You know, so I want to show guys. You know, I want to show my teammates how dedicated I am to them. So the last thing I want to do was go around, you know, complaining and, you know, being this sucker, talking about how I was hurting and how my, you know, my shoulder was hurting. You know, that was the last thing I wanted to do. So, you know, I kind of kept it from everybody, you know, for a minute until it finally got to a point where, you know, like I said, the more serious things start happening. Like my arm was going numb and stuff off shots, and, you know, I had to really, you know, focus on it.
Frank, this is a little different from the Wednesday press conference.
The man, it's pretty dope. You know, Super Bowl, man, Super Bowl Miami. Of course, we're in Miami, so everything's a little bit extra here. And, you know, it's just a blessing, man, to be here, to represent the AFC, you know, side of things, and to be here, you know, it's an awesome feeling, man. I got, you know, the best teammates in the world. I got the best coaches in the world. And just to be out here, man, with my guys, you know, we still playing football and, you know, in the latter parts of January and going into February. You know, you know, hey, no other place I'd rather be. Oh, man, I'm going to be past sizzling at that point. I'm going to be 400 degrees boiling, and we're going to be ready to go at it, baby. I'm going to be ready.
The shutdown here at you guys, same challenge,
At the end of the day, I feel like that's in the past. You know, Derrick Henry, he was a tough opponent. He had ran all over us earlier in the year, and you know, I just wanted to prove a point. And, you know, people believing that they was going to run the ball on us. As a defender, that's one thing I take pride in it. If you're a defender in this league or in any league and you can sit back and sit comfortably knowing that a team or knowing that people are saying that, you know, your offense isn't – I mean, that another offense is going to run the ball on you. And, you know, as a defense, that's first and foremost, you know. It's stop the run. You can have fun on third downs. And, you know, I take that personal. That goes for anybody. That's not just, you know, the Tennessee Titans or, you know, the 49ers or whoever else. That's just how I feel as a defender, and I'm going to always feel like that.